What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What is going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful hump day. And I have been doing the same thing. What's going on, you guys? What's going on? Okay. I know this live was supposed to be last night, child, but I was so sleepy. And I'm just trying to, while I'm trying to get my channel back up and running the way that it's supposed to, I'm also trying to make sure that I get all the rest that I'm supposed to get. So that's why this live did not happen last night. So, but we're here today. You know, I took out some time when I got home from work and laid down, rested up just a tad bit because I know I had to do this live. And then later on tonight, I got to do another live talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Malago Graham. So I think that live going to be the tea tonight. So it's going to be one of the little late night lives where I'm in the room with my lights off and stuff like that. We're going to get into all them things, okay? But however, we are here to talk about some basketball wives stuff with Laura Govan, Shaunie O'Neal, Evelyn, and Drea Michelle, all this stuff because, honey, I'm normally not you know what? I'm just so ready to talk about it, honey, that I ain't even started doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So let me start off with the church announcement first, okay? Now, first things first, y'all. Tomorrow is Thursday, which means that tomorrow is the chasing panel, okay? And it will be on tomorrow night around 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, all right? And would be the chasing panel that will be our last chasing panel of the year. After tomorrow's chasing panel, we will be going on a 2-month hiatus. And it looks like the show itself will be coming back on, I think it looks like it's going to be January the 9th will be coming back. So I want to take out these next 2 months to do some restructuring because there won't be any chasing shows out. And I know that people still want this panel to still go on. So I said, you know what? We really haven't done any structuring for the Chasing Panel podcast at all. So let me come and do some work to get it, have us a well-balanced show. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good show, as it always is. We're going to laugh. We're going to talk. We're going to have a lot of great conversation. So that's what we're going to do for the Chasing Panel podcast. And baby, it will be back on January the 9th. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night. Like I said, because that will be the last panel of the year. And we're going to take some time after the political race is over, after the holidays is over. We'll be back, okay? Also, on Friday, Bell Collective will be back on Friday night, which means I'll be back reviewing it. And I should be joined by Alexander Rogers on Friday night. If he doesn't come Friday night, then it's because he has something else going on. But we definitely talked about him joining me for my live on Friday to talk about Bell Collective. So make sure you guys tune into that. The link is already available. And if you're brand new to the show, go ahead and watch all my old reviews on Bell Collective. I just made a playlist for them. So go ahead. It has every single recap that I've ever done on Bell Collective in that playlist. So make sure you guys tune into that. And then over the weekend, we will be back to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I won't be doing a live on Friday night. On Saturday night, like I normally would. So I will be doing it on Sunday afternoon because we're celebrating Jamar's birthday on Saturday. So we'll be back on Sunday to do the review for what is it? Love and Marriage Huntsville. And yes, we will be doing open panels for Love and Marriage Huntsville on Sundays. We won't be doing it this Sunday because I got to do the review on Sunday, but we will be doing open panels on it the day after the review, just so we can get some opinions from you guys and stuff like that, so we can have some conversations, okay? We're bringing back the lit live chats again. Hopefully y'all, show that y'all got some sense. And then on next Thursday rather, because I gotta go to 2 events next Wednesday. I gotta go to an event with Jamar, and I gotta go to an event for Bando because he's performing on Wednesday as well. So I got 2 events on Wednesday. So the show normally would come on Wednesday, but it's gonna come on next Thursday instead of Wednesday. So make sure you guys tune in to Roast the Review. It's gonna be me, Terrence, and Josiah, and we will be rotating it between me and Terrence. JoJo is not back on YouTube officially yet. So for the time being, it will be me and T rotating the panel. All right. So that's pretty much all of the church announcements that we got for today. So we're going to go ahead and get into this mess that y'all are here for right now. And that is the Laura Govan interview with Carlos King. Y'all know how we do. We're going to listen to it. We're going to stop it, give some commentary and all those things, honey. We're going to do it, baby. We're definitely going to do it. So, yeah. So y'all already know with every single live that I do, the goal is to hit 100 people with every live. We're halfway there. We're almost there, rather. We're at 84 people so far. Hopefully we get to that 100 plus like we normally do. And if you're brand new to the platform and you're watching me for the very first time, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. So let me tell y'all, I've been looking forward to doing this damn live, okay? I've been looking forward to it. At first, I was gonna push it back again because I saw that Jamie was on live, and I don't really like to go live up against up against my people. So I was gonna push it back. But I was like, if I push it back, then I ain't gonna want to do the other live tonight. So I might as well just stick it out and get this live done, so I can get the other one done later on tonight, y'all. So let's just say that I'm particularly not a fan of Laura Govan. I've never been a fan of Laura Govan. From the very beginning, from the time she got on Basketball Wives LA, I was never a fan of hers. I did slightly like her sister when she was on Miami, but I never liked Laura. And that's mainly because I was a big Malaysia, fan or whatever. And they fought on the very first episode. So y'all know I wasn't with it with Laura at all from the jump. Y'all, if y'all want to know that, go ahead and watch my old Basketball Wives LA reviews from way back then when I was doing the reviews in the bathroom. Okay. But when I saw that Carlos King was doing an interview with Laura yesterday, I was looking at it and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was saying to myself, this nigga would do an interview with anybody. But when I seen the title and who all she was talking about, I was interested to hear what she had to say about Shaunie. And I was interested to see what she had to say about Draya because we've heard so many things about their relationship. So I said, okay, let me go on and listen to this piece of interview and then we're going to see what it's giving. So as I sat there and ate my Michelinas Alfredo and listened to it, sipping on my cherry RC that I got from the Dollar General up the street, I'm sitting there listening to it. And I'm like, now that's some tea. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. The interview kind of made me like her a little bit more than I did before. I ain't gonna lie, it kind of did. It made me like her just a tad bit more than I did before. But what I will say is that I was very surprised about her relationship with Gloria. On the show, they made it seem like, they were so close and, they were ride or die. But in all reality, their relationship ain't even the best. So I was very, 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 very surprised by that whole situation, honey. I was very surprised about that because I'm just like, girl, what's really going on here? You and Gloria don't rock with each other. You and Gloria don't get along. What's really going on, girl? I was sitting there, and after I ate my damn Alfredo, I popped some popcorn and listened to the whole interview. Like I sat there and listened to the whole interview. So if I sat there and listened to the whole interview with no skips, that means the interview was really good, honey. Okay. But what I decided to do was, because I have not recapped a Carlos King interview in quite some time, because y'all know I normally recap the Carlos King interviews. So what I decided to do was I said, okay, I know that the Scotty gang want to hear my commentary on what she got to say about Shaunie and Evelyn. And I'm damn sure know that they want to know what I got to say about her, unseen, unaired physical altercation with Drea. So I said, those are going to be the two key points that I touch on this recap, y'all. So I just want to know, now we over 100 some folks up in here. I just want to know, are y'all ready to get into the things? I just want to know, are y'all ready to get into the things? Shout out to Armand Wiggins, because that's who normally says that. So yeah, y'all ready to get into the things? Let me know right now so we can get into the things. Y'all ready? All right. Too Feisty said, let's do it. Catherine said, yeah. Baby Blue Prada Shoes said, yeah, I'm ready. I see a hell yes. I see a yes, we ready. Okay, so since everybody up in here ready, you know what? Let me ask y'all one more thing before we get into it. Do y'all want me to just stay on the Shaunie, Evelyn, and Drea conversation, or do y'all want to hear what she had to say about Gloria too? I want to know that real quick. Or y'all just fine with what I'm gonna get into? Because I just want to know. Okay, Janae said all of it. Ooh, all of it. Damn, everybody's saying everything. Okay. Everybody's saying everything. Okay. So we gonna get into it all then. We ain't just gonna talk about one thing. We gonna talk about everything. Okay. So we finna get into it now. Let's get into it, y'all.
And would have a hint of darkness hovering over them.
Yeah, that you know what's so crazy too? In all of my TV life, I have always been authentic and myself. The biggest problem I've always had is that I can't fake that. Like, I gave you what I was at the time. If I wasn't happy, you saw I wasn't happy. If I was miserable, I gave you, because it's hard. I'm from Oakland. I can't fake it.
Mhm.
It is what it is. Like, bro, like, nah, we going in today. Today is the day that she gonna get it. Whoever. And it was based off of, and I didn't have any control. I was really immature. I was just for the moment. And however you got it is, I accepted it and I was good with that.
But let's talk about this because you are from Oakland. You're Afro-Latina, correct? Your father's Black, your mother's Latin.
Yes.
Okay. You have how many siblings?
So there's 9 of us. I have 5 brothers and 4 sisters. And all from the same parents. So, yeah. So my parents have been married for 51 years. Wow. And together forever, right? And growing up, I don't know. It was something about, I just didn't really like my sisters. I always rocked with my brothers because they like hooped. You know what I'm saying? They always talk shit. Nobody took nothing personal. So like it was that type of attitude. I learned how to fight, like really learn how to fight. I'm not into the pulling hair and we gonna like no, bro. Like we
Already. You talking about you ain't into the pulling hair, but you was pulling hair for dear life when you and Malaysia got to fight. I'm just saying. You ain't into hair pulling, but you was hair pulling for hair pulling galore when Malaysia got on your ass. But we gonna continue though. We gonna continue.
We gonna square up and go toe to toe, and then afterwards we're gonna be cool because we had to get it out. It was on. Is I learned from them like a male, like you know when you gotta be territorial, and it's like who's up, who's down. But I also learned from my mom how to be domestic. I watched her come in. She cooked every day. I used to watch my dad walk in the house and he would sit down and she would go take his shoes off. And I used to be like, I'm never doing that ever. Because in my mind, I used to think like, why is she slaving for him? But then I understood it. But I can give slave mentality in another way when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do you another one. I'll take care of you tonight. But I'm not taking off your shoes. Not happening, bro. Nah.
So you being this girl growing up,
I don't care about how she grew up.
Siblings,
get to the loyalty.
I can relate
to it.
There did appear to be some sort of like, I mean, listen, sisters go through this stuff. We see that with the Kardashians. Yeah, but what is your relationship like now with her? Because what we did see was like a little bit of friction.
Our relationship now is we're sisters. That's it. Listen, our kids are beautiful together. I would never in a million years take our children away from each other. They grown up together. They love each other. I love them. She has a beautiful family. Great kids. They're amazing. And they're my kids' best friends. So it's beautiful to watch. It's cousins. That's something that I knew that regardless of her and our relationship, I would never take that away. And so I make sure that it's sustained and it's nurtured, and I do a good job with that. So as an auntie, and as far as she and I mean, we've always just coexisted. If we keeping it a buck,
even as little girls, because you
no. So when so what really happened is a family matter happened, and it was a nasty one. And it was something that for me, I could say with her, I'm in a good space today than I was before, because what we had went through, it's just not okay.
And what year did this family matter happen?
It happened, honestly, it happened early. It happened, when I say early, I mean, shoot, I think I was 20. I think I was 20, and I just turned 45.
So 25 years ago, this
So
happened.
25 years ago.
And
Maybe even sooner. Maybe when 25 years ago.
And ever since then, things have never been the same.
Never.
And it won't ever be the same.
No. Mm-mm.
And my question is, what vile, nasty thing could Gloria had done to Laura for Laura to never want to have anything to do with Gloria again? Now, did Gloria sleep with Gilbert? Because I remember at the Basketball Wives reunion, I think it was the very first reunion, and Jackie said, you just trying to overtalk because you don't want nobody to say anything about you fucking Gilbert. That's what you think. Y'all know I'm a Basketball Wives connoisseur now. Jackie said that at that first reunion. Jackie was sitting on that stage with that weave ponytail and she was doing her arm. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Zip that motherfucking mouth. That's what she told Gloria after she said that. Now, there was rumors going around the town that Gloria was smashing Gilbert behind Laura's back. Now, Laura said she's 45 and the incident happened when she was 20 years old. Now, how long has she been with Gloria? I mean, how long has she been with Gilbert? Because I had never ever heard, but again, I'm not a basketball person, so of course I wouldn't know who the hell he was. But how long has Laura been involved with Gilbert? Did she know him before he became a basketball player? Like, how long had it been since she been with Gilbert? That's my question, because I don't know. Can somebody tell me, like, how long was she with Gilbert? I never knew the extent of their relationship and how long had they been together. And I know they ain't been together in a long time, but I'm saying, how long had she been with Gilbert before she came on Basketball Wives is the question. That's what I'm asking. I think 10 plus years. Okay. Gloria probably dealt with one of her sister's mans and them. Laura Govan probably thought that was shady to do as her sister and just put some distance there because the trust was broken. I can get with that. I'm confused. Laura and Gloria was cool on this show, right? That's why I was blown away when Laura said this shit yesterday. That's why I was so thrown away by it, like blown away, because I was like, but y'all was close on the show. Like, what? Like, what's the tea? What's going on? He was an NBA player at the time she had the first child. Okay. But she said this shit happened 25 years ago, though. So, did it have anything to do with Gilbert? Or did it have something to do with somebody else before Gilbert? But like I said, Jackie did say that Gloria was fucking Gilbert. And you do know that on that first season of Basketball Wives LA, Jackie and Laura were like this. So how the hell would Jackie ever know that Gloria slept with Gilbert? It had to be because of the fact that Laura must have told Jackie that she suspected that Gloria fucked Gilbert, or she knew that Gloria fucked Gilbert. It had to be there because Jack and Laura were like this. So how the fuck Jackie knew? Unless Gilbert was talking to people about it, because you know he a little bitch anyway. So it's just like, you know, maybe he was around here talking about it and it got back to the guys and it got back to the women around the block too. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking they probably mashed it to form an alliance as sisters on the show. Absolutely, Morgan Simon. By the way, shout out to Morgan Simon and Too Feisty because they've been around my channel since the beginning. It's crazy how they still here. How old were they when they got on the show? Okay, so if Laura 45 now in 2024, right? The show started in 2011. So that's 13 years ago. So that means if she's 45, that means she was 31, 32 when they started Basketball Wives LA. Like they was in their early 30s when they started Basketball Wives LA. But yes, we got a lot to cover since y'all wanted me to go through this whole interview. So let's get into it. Shout out to the 200 people that's in the chat, y'all. Run it up, hotties. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion.
Really?
Yeah, no. I will always be her sister. And I will always love her as a sister. Like, let me tell you, you're not going to come in here and talk shit about my sister and try to fight my sister. It's still going to go all the way down. But when we're in a room, we're good. Like, we don't have no beef. There's no friction. We'll laugh when you see us. We actually are working on a spinoff from a show, and we'll see what happens. But I want to keep it 1,000. Like, the older I get, the worse my brain to my mouth comes. Like, whatever, I just say what the fuck I want.
You've always been that woman, though.
Now imagine it's gotten worse.
So I want to tell a story because when we were doing the Next 15, even prior to
I believe Laura revealed that she met Jackie during her days working for the Sacramento Kings, and she could have told her then. I agree with that. Santivia, where you been, girl? I ain't seen you around. Time keeps on passing, as T-Boz would say. Now, y'all hear Laura say that they working on a spin-off show, and Laura want to keep it all the way real. Now, just tell me, is it just me, or this interview of Laura's and her talking about her relationship, her real relationship with Gloria, got me wanting to see this show? Because she said she want to keep it all the way 1,000. She want to keep it all the way real. She want to, talk about everything. And baby, if it's anything like she's saying, the way she talking about this relationship with her and Gloria, I want to see it. Because there was a time where I would have rolled my eyes at the thought of a Gloria and Laura Govan show. But now I want to see it. This interview is selling me. I want to see it now. I honestly want to see it now. And y'all know I love me a little bit of mess now. I'm messy in a good way. I'm real nice, real sweet, whatever. But when it's time for the mess, I'm here for the mess. So let's go ahead and continue on, y'all. Let's continue on.
I've always been obsessed with you.
Oh, thanks.
And I remember telling you, like,
let Carlos tell it. He obsessed with everybody. Child.
Something about your family. I'm obsessed. It's giving me Kardashian. One of your brothers who I was able to meet is like,
he's gorgeous.
Y'all think she's gorgeous?
No, he's so hot.
Her brother is like
so cute.
Gorgeous.
Yes. I've seen bitches walking the walls for him. I'd be like, damn.
Yeah, but let's be clear. Your mom and dad are fine still.
They are.
No, your father's like.
Dad is so. Girls still be trying to get with him. Yo, he's so crazy. Don't even.
No, it's gorgeous.
My mom, yeah.
And your mom is beautiful. No, your whole family's like stunningly gorgeous.
Thank you.
So long story short, I'm telling my friend Laura, I'm obsessed with the Govans. I want to do something. Long story short, you probably don't remember this, or maybe you do. I said, I want to do something with you guys. And you said, okay, let me talk to my sister. And it was a meeting with me, you, and Gloria at the Lowe's Hotel in Hollywood.
Oh, shit.
And we're in the lobby. And you've always been a straight shooter. You are a businesswoman. You are about, like, I don't care what's happening personally. If it's about business, you show up.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, y'all both showed up. And obviously, I'm a fan of Gloria and everything she has going on in her life that we saw on the show.
Obviously, I'm a fan of Gloria. Obviously, I'm a fan of Shut up. Shut up, Carlos. You can't be a fan of everybody. Shut your ass up, Carlos. Always fangirl and just do the goddamn interview. I love you to death. And I would say I love your dirty drawers, but I really don't think your drawers be dirty. I really think they smell like peaches. I love you and your peach smelling drawers, Carlos, but just shut the fuck up and do the damn interview with your fake ass. Every time I turn around, I love all the girls. I'm so obsessed with you. I'm a big fan. Blah, blah, blah. You ain't got a fawn over these girls. Damn. But you know, I love all the girls. 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 Damn, do you love yourself? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I just had to get it out of my chest.
But in that meeting, I remember thinking to myself, oh, this dynamic's interesting. And I was shocked how quiet Gloria was. I was shocked. And I think even you were like,
say something.
We're in a meeting with a producer. What's happening here?
Yeah.
So you talk about being this mama bear. You had that presence even still. So as you two are working on this spinoff, is it easier or is it just business?
I would say it's not I wouldn't use the word easier. I would use the word mature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much more mature, but there's still, you know, when it's a sibling, you still get these butterflies in your stomach because at any moment, for me and my personality, my takeoff point, and what I mean by takeoff is when I'm about to take off on somebody, is really short. And the reason why it is because we all know what the issue is. So I immediately get defensive. And then my defense is quiet. And you don't want me quiet. And then it escalates. And then it goes into a space where it's just not healthy for nobody. And it's not just to say that I'm like this tornado who comes in, but let's really talk about some shit if we're going to talk. Mm-hmm. I don't want to, I find that we bullshit and talk a lot, but why don't we just address this and knock it out? I think in family, a lot of people let shit linger and sweep that shit under the rug. So every time you're in a family reunion, but then it's just not comfortable. It's not a good space to be in. And guess what? We're fucking older now. I got some shit I want to tell you, bitch. You're a person on so many levels. And guess what? It's okay now because I don't want you today. That's why it makes it okay. But it also is that, and I told her, I said, I always wanted to get to a space where my parents are alive. My dad is 83, my mom is 73. I'm at a space that I don't know, God forbid, if they passed away. Oh my God, I can't even say that without crying. Mm-hmm. That I would speak to her. I think I speak to her because they're alive. Mm. And that breaks my heart because I have 2 daughters and I couldn't fathom nor imagine something like that. And here's the other thing. I don't like it if you're wrong, just say sorry. Those words could have cleared up years. But since you want to walk around because it becomes a narcissistic thing where you now, because you don't want to take any accountability, you put the blame and then you act like it's all okay. Well, guess what? It's not, bitch. It's not okay. So.
Can I just say that this whole segue about her relationship with her sister really hits home for me. I feel just like Laura in that particular situation. Y'all know that I always talk about my own family issues and issues that I got with some of my siblings and how I don't talk to them and how I don't fuck with them and how I keep a safe distance from them. And it's with one of my sisters, like the one on my mom's side, like I don't really talk to her. And it's just like the little bit that I do communicate with her is mainly because of my mom. So it's like if that wasn't a factor, then would we even be communicating like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, in families, people feel like they can say and do whatever they want to do to you, and it's okay. We'll pretend like nothing ever happened. We'll pretend like nothing was ever said because we're family and blood is thicker than water. But it doesn't work that way, because when you're family and you do things that are not family like, and you treat people a certain type of way, it just doesn't, it's not right. And I've been over sweeping things under the rug. I refuse to. So I feel what Laura is saying in this moment. Like, I'm not gonna keep sweeping things under the rug. Like, I'll keep it cordial with you, I'll coexist with you, but I don't really fuck with you like that. You're a narcissist. You won't apologize for the wrongdoing that you've done to me. You won't even acknowledge it. You walk around with your head up high and shit. You know what I mean? So no, I felt Laura on all that, honey. I'm literally the black sheep, and trust me, if you knew them, you'd understand why I'm okay with it. That's exactly who I am. True spirit with Petty LaBelle. I'm the black sheep on my dad's side. When it comes down to all the children, all the grandchildren, I'm the lowest on the totem pole, because I'm the one that's gonna call everybody out. That's why I don't fuck with my immediate family. You know, all my other cousins and stuff, like my second cousins and stuff, like I fuck with all them. You know, but my aunts, my grandmother, some of my siblings, I only fuck with my daddy, really. I only fuck with my daddy and two of my sisters. But other than that, You know, I ain't finna fake the funk for none of you motherfuckers. Okay, period. Let me see what everybody else saying in the comments. I can't do the whole pretend thing. I just won't go to family functions because it makes me uncomfortable. Exactly. And see, the thing is, I can go to a family function long as it's not only involving my immediate family. But if it's my extended family, oh, I'll go all day. And if I see some of them hoes around there, I'll speak and keep it pushing. That's all you got from me. Let me see. I'm the black sheep on both sides because I don't play. I feel you, honey. I feel you, Scotty. I have family I love from a distance. People talk about Scorpios, but an Aquarius will move on without you and not look back when they done. I promise you that is true. When I'm through with your ass, baby, I am through. It'll never be the same. Like, I just made a post the other day on my community wall, and it's kind of like, once you fuck me over or you cross me, I forgive you, but it's like I didn't forgive you. Like, internally, I still don't look at you the same. Like, I never see you the same way again. Like, even if we are cordial and we talk again, it's never gonna be the same. No matter how hard I try, it's never the same at all. Let me see. Same, Scotty. I can't do fake. That's why I barely come around them now. Exactly. I am not the black sheep. I'm just a detached one with a limited relationship with my siblings. I didn't grow up with them. And I choose not to go to family functions because no, ma'am. That's the thing. That's one of the problems, profit, that I have with my siblings on my dad's side, is that we didn't grow up together. Like, I would only see them once a year, but when we got to be teenagers, they stopped coming down here. So that hurt the relationship. But when we got to be grown, we tried to build our own relationship. And once I started to see their personalities and all that other stuff, I started to notice that, okay, I could never fuck with these people, but I'm gonna try because they're my siblings. But then it's like, I don't really fuck with them like that. So it's like, just like you said, it's a limited relationship. It's like I can deal with them from afar. Y'all over there. Like, I stay over here. I love y'all from over here. And if you need me, I'm there for you. But once I'm there to help you, I'm going back in my corner and I'm good. I'm good on you. It's one of those things. So I get it. Let me see. Me and all my siblings get along as of recent. On my daddy's side, I forgave my brother and we talked it out when I went back home. Well, that's good, Tracy. It's always good. My family has family meetings and sometimes they go well and other times it goes left. Child, trust me. Let's continue though.
There we are.
I would like for you to clear up a rumor.
Okay, good, please.
One thing about you, you are very protective of people you love.
Yes.
And sometimes it's at the expense of your own reputation.
Facts.
There's rumors that there's an athlete that you were accused of being with.
Shaquille.
Okay.
Let's just come on.
Let's call out. Okay, okay.
We here.
There's rumors that you had sex with Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor is you never had sex with Shaq, but your sister did. And that you protected her by just allowing the rumor to be thrown at you.
So here's what I would say about that. Is this the camera? Which one am I looking at?
Yours is that one.
Okay. Here's what I want to say about that. I will not clean up nothing until I talk to Shaunie because she is the one who started all this. So when she's ready to have a real woman-to-woman conversation, then I'll let that be out, whatever it is and whatever happened and how it, and the truth about what really happened and transpired. But not only are you going to hear my answer and what the truth is, I'm going to give you some of you too. Okay.
What do you mean by you'll give Shaunie some of her too?
Well, because she thought that me coming back on Basketball Wives was going to be like Laura's, she's ready. Like she's ready to say sorry and she's ready to confess. Like this was her, this is what I feel like because she had me ambushed. You saw it. Everybody saw it. Every time I went to sit down to eat, even before I went like this, they was like, so we want to just read something from, it wasn't even like Matthew's 2018. It was like from her narrating some shit. Well, bitch, I'll show you. Okay, bet. So since you feel like you wanted to vomit all this shit out without hearing my side, my story, my truth, this is what you're doing? Let me tell you about you, since you want to talk about me. We're going to keep it a buck, 1,000 on 1,000.
So do y'all think that Laura slept with Shaq? Or do you think that Gloria actually fucked Shaq and Laura allowed herself to be blamed for it? 1-4, you think, you know what? Let me make a poll. Let me make a poll real quick. Let me make a poll, y'all. I'm finna make a poll. And shout out to Unique to you 05 for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it, honey. Let me make a poll real quick. I'm making it right now. Who? Oh, shit. Who slept with Shaq? Was it Glow? Was it Laura? Or is it giving threesome? That's the poll. The poll is in the chat right now. And I want to know what these votes going to be because we're going to move on in just a second. We're going to move on in a minute, but I need to know what y'all votes is giving. Let me see what DB said. Bambi told us how Gloria got down and Gloria never denied it. She didn't. Because I heard she was a pass around back when she was trying to judge Royce and Draya, but we're going to get into that in a second too. Let me see. I'd be inclined that she was covering for her if she wasn't playing so much verbal gymnastics. Just say yes or no. At this point, both of you dirty did it, okay? I don't think Gloria was sleeping around with Shaq O'Neal because at the time she was dating Matt Barnes. They had 2 twins at the time. Okay, Dylan said she did it because if she didn't, she wouldn't have gotten so mad when Malaysia said on season 1, I don't fuck other people's husbands. Boom! I agree with you, Dylan. I agree with you because she got hot with Malaysia when Malaysia said, I've never been to jail. I don't fuck other people's husbands. And then she was like, what you mean about fucking other people's husbands? What does that supposed to mean? Because I'll fuck you up in a heartbeat. And then Malaysia was like, do it. So yes, I feel you, Dylan. I feel you, Dylan. I feel you, Dylan. Okay, let me see what the comments, what the poll is giving. Now, based on because it's 55 votes now, and only 55 folks that voted so far, and we got how many folks in the chat? We got 269 people in the chat right now, so we near 300 folks. So in the poll, it says who slept with Shaq. Glow is in the lead with 41%. Laura is right behind her with 33%, and it's given threesome is at 26%. Okay, so most of y'all are saying that that y'all believe Big Glow. Y'all believe Big Glow was the one that Shaq. That's what y'all believe. Now let me tell y'all this. Now, with Laura coming back to Basketball Wives at the end of the season, I will admit that I do believe that, you know, Shaunie set this shit up. I would definitely say that she set that up. She sent Evelyn to do her dirty work to put that book out there and pull them rumors back up. She definitely did that. And I feel like this, if Shaunie was gonna bring Laura back on this show, she should have, and I said that on one of my reviews, if y'all can remember. I said that if y'all gonna bring Laura back, y'all need to have Shaunie back on this motherfucker. So, because Shaunie needs to have a couple of conversations on this damn show that she refused to have. We need a Laura and Shaunie conversation. We need a Shaunie and Royce conversation. Okay? But she want to run out because she married to this damn troubled pastor of hers. So, yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for what Laura said. Y'all didn't have that conversation because we want to see that conversation. That's been a rumor for the last couple of years. We want to know what's going on and what was said and why Shaunie ever said that you were fucking her man. I want to know. I thought Evelyn was the wrong messenger since she was sleeping with Tammy's husband. You said it, not me. Okay. What was the issue with Royce? That's the thing, Jonathan. We still don't know why she don't like Royce. Royce did an interview with Carlos King, and you know, Royce was the one who pitched Basketball Wives. You know, it's a whole lot of stuff that Royce revealed, and Royce said that she tried to have a conversation with Shaunie about their issues on the show. Shaunie refused to film with her. Like, it was a lot of trash going on this damn show that they don't want y'all to know about. And Evelyn hoe ass was the one that was being protected. But you get my drift. Let's continue on, y'all.
That's where I'm at.
There's rumors that you have been blocked from being on Basketball Wives for years because she did not want you on the show.
So we had DM'd each other. She actually DM'd me and said that she wanted to clear up some rumors that, Shaunie actually DM'd me and said that she wanted to clear up a rumor that she was the reason why I wasn't on Basketball Wives. But
she DM'd you when?
She DM'd me this year.
In 2024.
2024. She DM'd me this year. And my response was, I don't remember the response. I'll pull up the DM, so I'll let you see it. But I just remember being like, yeah, cool. Like, that's what's up. Like, because I see our daughters play basketball a lot together. I love her children. I see them. I say hi. I always speak. They always speak. They're always respectful. They're always really nice, never rude, never nothing. Her daughter, I love her daughter. Sometimes I hear her call me auntie and I'm like, holy shit, you know? And I take pride in that. Nothing could happen to her babies when I'm in present. And so we would see each other, and it's never awkward for me with anybody. I don't care. Like, I'm always going to be myself. I'm always going to sit on the floor. Like, it is what it is. And so, she, I guess she felt some type of way. But yeah, she saw me at an event, and I think because we were always just be like cordial. There was no beef. It wasn't like when she walks past me, like even to date when I see Draya, if oh, I gotta bring that up. Anyway,
we'll clip everything tonight.
Yeah, but so when it was like when we see each other, it was just a mutual thing. Like, bygones, bygone. I don't really care. Like, whatever. So anyway, so when we it's a mutual thing, and then on top of that, the respect out of it, and then when she told me that when she DM'd me that, I was good. I was like, oh shit, okay, bet. So I started, the producers reached out. It was a whole process, but producers from before and people from before on the show always told me that the issue was her. Producers.
Mm-hmm.
This is not, and I know people.
Oh,
so it's not. Yeah, I'm not getting secondhand bullshit. I don't even rock.
And listen, I want to corroborate your story because obviously it's my genre in which I work. I am very much aware that in order to be on the show, and listen, she created it, and
she didn't create Basketball Wives LA. That's not true. She did not.
And she didn't create Basketball Wives. Royce pitched that fucking show. That's why people kill me when they sit up here and say, oh, it's her show. It's her show. It's her show. It's her show. It's not her fucking show. It ain't her show. It ain't never been her show. Keep letting the people fool you. Keep letting the people fool you. But let's continue on, y'all. Let's continue.
My sister and I started the whole process, the whole entire process. We are the ones that brought the girls to begin with. I remember having breakfast at the Cheesecake Factory trying to bring on Jackie. Like, me and my sister brought Basketball Wives LA to VH1. All the interviews were taken at my house in Orinda, in the Bay. This started years ago, and she just had Basketball Wives Miami. We had started Basketball Wives LA. It was a separate entity at first. And then when we told them, because I told my sister, I was like, I'm not doing this forever because I can't be on here. Like, I was just showing up, being myself at the time, miserable and crazy. I was just like, anybody could get it. And it wasn't a good space for me to be in. So, and once I realized that part, I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. So I pulled out. And then I'm not even sure if my sister stayed, but we were going to start our own show, blah, 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 blah. And then it just kind of never took off, and we just started living our lives. But where we are today, it is what it is. So like when I show up now and this is another rumor that I hear. So allegedly, Gilbert, she's talking to Gilbert.
Who is she?
Shaunie, all the time, allegedly. And it was said that, now, I come, my shit be authentic. I'm not just coming with like bullshit, but I'm going to say allegedly just to say it. But they're talking, and what was said was that Gilbert and his new fiance are going to be on the show only if I'm to be put off.
When you came back to do Basketball Wives, were you under the impression that, okay, Shaunie DM'd me, she wants to clear the air, I can't wait for a scene between me and Shaunie?
Couldn't wait. I was like this every day. I like, okay, she walking in any minute. Where's she coming? No come? Okay, bet. Next day. Is she coming? No come? I was like, we got 2 more days of this shit. When is this bitch showing up? Okay, I was like, what's happening? Where you at? No show.
So when Evelyn...
Okay, let me go back to what Laura said now. She said that Shaunie did not create Basketball Wives LA. That was her and Gloria show. They're the ones who picked out the girls. They the ones who picked out, like Jackie, some of the people on the show, right? They did that. They held the interviews at Laura's house. They're the ones who brought that to the table. if you remember correctly, there's two things I'm gonna need for you guys to remember. When Basketball Wives LA first came about, and shout out to the 300 folks that's in here. When Basketball Wives first came about and came to the table, right? Shaunie did an interview saying that Basketball Wives LA was full of trash. She said that in an interview. It got to be somewhere on this internet, but I remember her saying that. This was back when I was deep into the Basketball Wives, atmosphere and shit like that, like deep into it. She said that it was trash. She said she had no involvement in the cast. She said if she did, some of those people would not be on the cast. So, yeah, she had nothing to do with LA. Nothing to do with it. Those were not her picks or anything like that. Nothing to do with it. So Shaunie said from the very beginning that she didn't want anything to do with that cast. She didn't like the cast. It was trash. That's the first thing you need to remember, because she was talking shit about the LA franchise for a long time until she came along and revamped it in season 3. Number 2, remember at the second season of Basketball Wives LA, Gloria set her smug ass on that damn stage and said, I'm the reason there's a spinoff. I'm the reason there's a spinoff. Me and my sister decided to bring Basketball Wives to LA. I'm the reason there's a spinoff. I'm the reason there's a spinoff. You know that's how she said it. I'm the reason there's a spinoff. Me and my sister brought it to the table. I'm the reason there's a spinoff. And kept saying it. If it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be no spinoff. Okay? That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. I'm just telling y'all what she said. But we're going to continue on now. I just had to go on and put that up out there. Because everybody thinks Shaunie run everything and she don't. Just know that Shaunie ain't the reason for Basketball Wives LA. Gloria is the reason why there's a spinoff. Okay? Let's continue.
Lynn conveniently brought the excerpt of a book to an international cast.
Come on, keep coming. I'm listening.
In your heart of hearts, do you believe Evelyn was sent by Shaunie to bring up the Shaq thing in order for you to be embarrassed on national television, or just that was their way of having it addressed?
I felt it was to be embarrassed. I felt it was to be ambushed. If you were, okay, for people who just saw it, I was living it. I was in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an ambush. And my years previous, that ambush would have been a tornado. Everybody would have got hands. To date, everybody's going to get this mouth. That's where I'm at. So when they commenced to doing their little reading at the table and shit, no problem. Keep it coming. Because what you're not going to do is get them. I'm older now. I'm much more mature. I don't do telephone. So I'm not going to tell you anything, first of all, especially you, meaning Evelyn, or anybody at that table. What really happened or how it went down. Let me take that back, because I actually told Evelyn some shit in the car because I was talking to her. And I like Evelyn. I love her daughter. I like her a lot from when I would see her. But what I didn't like is how messy she made it. You didn't have to do that. You could have been like, yo, Elle, let me holler at you real quick. Because that's where I thought we were. Regardless if you're her friend or not, you still being a messy bitch is another thing. But you being a woman and being like, yo, her coming at you like that, I don't really do. But let me give it to you how I'm going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Come at me like that. Not like, here it is. Here's the cookies. Eat them. Oh, yeah? Well, how about we talk about your cookies, too? Since you want to be up here talking about who I slept with, who'd you sleep with, since we're talking? But those are things that I'm going to address with her when I get back on that show. Since you don't want to do it when I see you at Whole Foods. And since you don't want to do it when I see you in Porter Ranch anymore. since you avoided me at Whole Foods, I saw you doing this behind the clerk at the counter, moving as they moved, as I was trying to move to see you. But I had so many bags. I was actually going to come over, but I didn't. And it's okay. I think it was for the best. We'll leave it at that. So that's
Laura Govan.
First of all, not Laura trying to confront Evelyn at the Whole Foods. Not at the Whole Foods, honey. Not at the Whole Foods. I'm so typical. And not Evelyn hiding from her at the Whole Foods. Now, that's another thing that's damn funny. Not you hiding from the people at the Whole Foods, but then you sit up here acting like, you know, you big, bad, and bougie, and you can whoop everybody's ass, but you hide from Laura Govan and her man hands at the Whole Foods. Girl, you better be glad it went Home Depot. She saw you at. She probably would have hit your ass over the head with a damn pipe or something. Ooh, child, I cannot. Not girl. She over there hiding at the Whole Foods behind the damn cashier. I cannot. But this is a good question, though, Prophet, though. Why didn't she check her on the show when it happened? But wait a minute, didn't she check all of them at the table? No, for real. Didn't she check all of them at the table when it was all like coming at her crazy about the whole situation? Let me see. So funny because I'm headed to Whole Foods now. I hope I don't bump into an op. Look, Blame Society TV. Don't run into an op at the Whole Foods, honey, because a lot of times when people run into the ops at the Whole Foods, they want to hide behind the folks at the cash register, child. Okay? Don't go to the Whole Foods and run into the ops now. I go to Sprouts now because Whole Foods has gone down to me. To be honest, I ain't never even been in Whole Foods before because Whole Foods would take all my damn money. Let me see. I would think so, but she's saying she wants to check her next season, so I'm confused. Child. She probably didn't know about the other scenes at the table. That could be it. Hey, Miss Ann, honey. Let's continue now.
I'm just saying.
Are you?
Let's keep it a buck, Carlos.
Evelyn was bobbing and weaving in aisle 5 to the produce section.
Listen,
Go ahead.
she was at. We were both. Here's what's crazy. And this a real story. Tell me if it ain't, Miss Evelyn. We were both at the line checking out. She's with a person. I'm with a person. Her person is here, but she's in front.
Mm-hmm.
My person is here, and I'm in back. So we're right.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm going like this, I could see her moving with the clerk as the clerk moved. And I was like, damn, bobblehead, say less. But I'll see you. I see you all the time, actually. But usually it's in the car and passing. But I'll see you. And you're going to see me. Mm-hmm.
The reason why you were disappointed in Evelyn is because you thought like, at least y'all had a respectful.
Yes. A mutual respect.
Yeah, a mutual respect of like.
Yeah, for sure.
Because your thing is this. And let's have a real conversation. Your thing is this. You've done reality TV for over a decade. You get the game. You get the gig. You know what it is. You knew coming back. Y'all gonna talk about some shit. I'm here for it. I'm cool with it.
But let's do it civilly.
Because we have a relationship.
Yes.
I can see if I was a that no one knew.
Yes.
I don't know you from Adam.
Yes.
Read me for filth because I'm a stranger to you.
Yes.
And for you, it was like, I know you. I love your daughter. I love you.
We may not even be best of friends or friends at all, but just out of a mutual respect.
Yeah.
I see you and I respect. I'm like, yo, bitch, you a decade in on TV too. You done hella shows. You done hella shit. You done hella things that I know for facts. So let's just keep it a buck. You right? You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. But then when you do that other dumb shit, that's not okay.
What? Okay, so before I get to what happened afterwards, when I say to you, your response to Evelyn and the girls in regards to the Shaq rumor in question is number one, the most mature, sophisticated, but in your face read that we've seen all year. You didn't raise, the beauty of it was you didn't raise your voice. You didn't raise an eyebrow. You didn't raise a glass. And I know you very well. You were so cool, calm, collected. And this is rare, 100% of the audience was on your side. And what was interesting about that moment is if it did not go their way, obviously, but it also made people be like, oh, we don't that. Like, no, what Laura is saying is so gospel. And what was so interesting about it is that came off the dome. Like, it wasn't a rehearsed read.
Yeah, no, facts. Yeah.
I
didn't know none of that was going to happen. Listen, I always come in with my guard up because of where we are in the space where I'm in, right? But I didn't think I was going to get that. And I was like, come on, y'all. This what we doing? This where we at now? Okay, bet. So as I sat there and listened, and at first I was thinking, should I just tell all y'all about yourselves right now? Or should I wait? I'll wait. But I'm going to give you this, though. It's none of your business. And it's not. It's just not, right? Maybe if we were 30, give me 25, because I was still immature, right? But today, you know what else? I don't even want to know about who. I don't even care. Hold on. Not only that, I don't even care to know, even if it's my best friend. I'm like, yo, bro, you want to ask her? I'll stand right next to you if anything pop off. But for now, this is not my fight, right? Like, I'm not, and I got to see this girl, the next couple days. What are we going to talk about? So they just kept talking about the same thing. Okay, so let me help you understand minions. I don't do that. I don't go. You guys want to be Shaunie's minions? I'm not that. This is what we're not going to do. It was so bad. Even like for those 3 days, it felt like I was there for 3 months. They were the girls, and here's the crazy part. I love Brooke. I do. I went to her daughter's funeral. We've always communicated through, and when I say I love, it's a respect thing that I love about all of them. I love Brandy. I see her cooking show. I be trying to follow her little recipes. I do, but I don't do anything in malice. My intent is not to harm you in a way of like, of aggression and be like that on purpose. So for you to do that to me on purpose, bet. But fight fair, play fair, because you think you read me. Wait till it's my turn to read you. But play fair and hear me out like I heard you out. Because you're going to hear everything I got to say. Because if you running around here, and I mean Evelyn being the spokesperson for Shaunie, that's what I didn't appreciate either, right? Because we had just had a conversation, and again, I get what we're doing for TV, but we talking about real life shit. This is my real life. I've been dealing with this bullshit, this life forever. So since you think it's funny and a game to you, and it's like, after I told you a lot of stuff in the car, producers got that tape, they could run it back, right? But then you want to sit here and you number one stunner. Nobody's talking about you, right? What are we doing with the 3-letter words? You the big 3 on every level. We got NBA, we got NFL, we got MLB, we got R&B, we got LMB, that's the Latin, we got the HOV. You might as well get in your CAR and drive away. Like, what are we doing?
The HOV?
She riding HOV lane. Like, what are we doing? Nobody's talking about you.
Oh, God. Let me tell y'all. Laura is slick eating Evelyn ass the fuck up. I'm sorry, but she is. And once again, I'm not a fan of Laura's at all. I'm not a fan at all. But she eating up. She eating up. I'm sorry, but she is. Let me see. I mean, it's reality TV, so what she think was going to happen? She didn't think that was the case when Jackie looked up police reports on Draya and painted her as an abusive mother. I'm gonna say this, Prophet. I felt like she probably wasn't expecting them to bring that shit up because of the fact that this has been a rumor for years. Why are we talking about this shit again over a decade later? Like, she probably wasn't thinking they was finna bring that shit up again, like years down the line. Because I feel like after all that stuff they did to Drea that first season and exposing her for being like a bad mom or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? To me, it's kind of like, didn't nobody really talk about Drea as a mom anymore after that first season. Nobody threw that in her face. Nobody made that no recycle read. No one did none of that. So I guess she felt like at this point in the game, why are we still talking about this? And if it's a lie, Laura, why you never debunked it? Because you never debunked it at all. And that has always been my thing. You never debunked the shit. You never came out and said it never happened. You never said none of that. So it's just like, she done for thinking Evelyn is a true friend. Exactly. That's a recycle read. Somebody already said Evelyn effed her way through 3 players associations, where that somebody was Tammy. But that doesn't stop this particular situation from being the least bit funny, because it's funny as hell. But we're going to continue.
Play fair. Let's play fair. Right? Bitch, you can't name 3 people I slept with. 4 facts.
I can't either. I know you. we you talk. I can't.
My relationships are long. They're strong. I don't know. I can say the other part. But you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm good. Listen, right. And when I struggle from within. I don't let people know. I just do me. People have no idea what I've been through in real life. And those who do know, pray for me. And they pray for me hard. Because I have been through a lot. Life ain't like, I've been through depression. While being a mom, while having to wake up every single day, if I tell you my schedule to date, you would be like, what the? Like, it's still to date. I still struggle with things with my ex. Unwarranted. Completely unwarranted. Like, get over it. When do you stop talking about me to my ex? When do you stop?
What is the status of your relationship with your ex-husband, Gilbert?
So let's clear this up. We were never married.
Okay.
And before I used to let that slide because we were married by law because it was the 10-year blah, 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 because we were together for so long. But our relationship to date is the same as it was 12 years ago, 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. It's actually gotten worse.
Low.
I know. That's how I feel. How you think I feel? I live this shit.
Because I was there with you while you were dealing with it. I mean, when we taped the next 15, we literally follow you.
Here go Carlos. Gotta let everybody know he was there when it happened. Child.
Having to move out of the house do you remember that?
Remember.
Yes.
Carlos.
First of all,
I remember.
First of all,
yo,
you work a tour.
Oh, you're not gonna bring me down.
In heels, moving boxes.
We
shot on an iPhone.
Yes. Oh my God, I remember.
It's worse than that?
Oh my God.
Why?
Because now he uses the children. Because now he knows how to manipulate it because he can't directly bother me, right? So he knows how much I love my children. But here's the thing he also knows is that I love my children more than I hate him. So he attacks the motherhood side of it. He's just done a lot. He's done a lot. The devil is busy at work. And I fight it every day. And it's so bad that I had to tell his new fiance, who I like, to tell him to stop talking about me.
On his podcast?
Stop talking about me on your podcast, in the shower, at church, at the picnics, at the dinners, at the movies, in the car. Just be quiet. Just leave me alone. And the one thing I have told my children is we have to get him out of our house. So we don't talk about him. There's nothing to talk about. And now it's our son. Let's talk about our son, who's a mega basketball player.
Yeah.
Right? In his own right.
Right.
I want him to have his own name. I don't want him to be, yes, you'll always be the son of Gilbert Arenas. I've never been, and this is also something that I feel like play fair. Gilbert, play fair. I've always given you the title of fatherhood. I've never taken it away. Even when the judge said that you couldn't have it, I never took it away from you. I never took it away from you. Ever. I wouldn't even talk bad about you. Never. I had nothing to say. And people always to date. Why don't you tell the truth? Why don't you tell them that he really doesn't work his sons out? Let's talk about who you really are since you want to talk so much. It's not fair. And it's hard. And people are like, oh my God, it must be so much easier now that they're older. No, for me, it's not. It's harder because now I have to tell the truth. Before I could mask it. I used to tell, it's funny that the kids, my daughter, she said to me, now 18, at Louisville, doing amazing. Oh my gosh, she got a full scholarship, one of the top 10 players in the country. She's phenomenal. My baby lefty. I got 2 lefties, by the way. We'll get into the rest, but she is an amazing young woman. Amazing. And I remember her telling me when she turned 18, she said, okay, now that I'm 18, you have to tell me the truth. Because I always used to tell her, I'll wait until you get older. I'll wait until you get 18, and then I'll tell you the truth. And she was like, I want to know. And we sat down, and we had a lot of cries and a lot of laughs. And I don't share just the bad, right? Because that's not real. There's some good in there. I have to give them all of it. But at one point, her words, I was confusing them because it seemed like, how could he be this person, but then you let us go with him?
This was also a part that was very interesting to me because I don't listen to Gilbert Arenas podcast. The only time I heard anything that he had to say was when he was talking about Saucy Santana. That's the only time I heard him say anything. That's the only time I ever knew who the hell he was, really. But I've never heard Laura Govan go into depth about her relationship with Gilbert. All I've ever known was that it was very tumultuous. That's all I've ever known. And I've only known them fighting about child support or fighting about custody or things like that in the news. But I've never heard her do an interview talking about him. This is really the only time I really heard her do an interview, like really discussing their relationship and talking about what was really going on with them. So it's a lot, honey. It's a lot. And it was very interesting to hear. And I'm telling you, this interview kind of made me look at Laura in a different way. Because, sometimes when you do interviews with people, sometimes when people do interviews and you didn't like them originally, but then they do an interview and it makes them a little bit more likable. This interview makes Laura likable. I've never been a fan at all, but this interview makes her likable to me. I don't know about y'all, but to me, it makes her a little bit more likable than she ever has been. Because, the chick ain't never been likable, honey. But, but we're going to continue on, y'all.
I had to answer to that. And my answer was always, he's your dad.
And that's your daughter asking you that.
We got to keep it 100.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you're his daughter. And I tell all the kids, we gave you in basketball. This is my basketball language. And that's another thing. Most people don't even know I played ball. I played basketball all my life. And I'm actually good. And those who know me know, right? But, and there was 2 years I led the state of California in scoring in high school. I went and played. I played overseas. I've done a lot of basketball. I've coached on every level. Basketball coaching. I coach our daughter. But even like with our son, our oldest son, Gilbert really just came around. I have a trainer that has been with the kids for the last 5 years, who I now call my son. His name is Zach Basara, and he's always with my kids. He's with my kids right now as we speak. And he's not just like some babysitter, but they're always in the gym. And he trains them, even with Elijah. And the thing that I see that is sad for me to watch, he loves it. He loves his father. That's not the sad part. That he loves his father, but the sad part is now you love him now. That as a mom, as a mama bear, as a woman that was with you for a really long time, that bothers me. When you know what's so crazy about that day that we packed and I packed up all my shit? Do you know we slept in the car for 2 days?
You never told me that. What?
We were in the car for 2 days. I did not call not one person. I could call anybody to get off. A hotel, stay in somebody's house with my 4 kids. And I was like, nope. You know what I kept saying to myself? I got myself in this mess. I'm going to get me and my babies out of it. So you know what I did? I took all the little CDs. I put them in the player. They were watching Tom Hanks all night, John Candy movies, and we drove around. I had $271. He left me with, and that's what I had. And we had 4 trash bags. And that's all he would let the police, the officer, that's all he let me take.
I remember that part.
Yeah. And then he since had given me like an ultimatum. You come back, everything will be great. Bitch. I vowed that day that I would never sleep with him, go back to him, nothing. It was over. Because how can you, I knew that there was a checkout. He and I definitely had checked out because we were the fight couple, right? Like we loved to fight and then we fuck. Like it was our thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept us together for a really long time. But one day I just grew up, Carlos. And I looked at him and I was like, damn, you're ugly. Ugh. Not even as your face, but you're just an ugly person. I had lost all my friends. Well, they weren't my friends anyway, but I had lost trainers. All off lies. It's
because
it was a lot.
It's because the people go with the person that has the money.
Yep.
The power.
Yep. And you know what's so crazy about that too is that with that being said, they knew the struggle. They watched the struggle. And then they were in the struggle with him too. Because they realized, oh, this is the most narcissistic shit I ever. So they went through their own head trips with him. And then they saw, but because he would give $100,000, $25,000 to their foundation, to who they. So he could do it. And here I am offering friendship and realness wasn't enough. So I realized this is why I fuck with broke people.
Because they'll do anything.
They'll do anything to stay on, to figure it out. So I just don't.
Oof.
It even comes with like people with money too, but not as much. So I just don't, look, there's problems in everything, right? Every stature, every situation. But I'm just not, that part of it, I'm just leaving out.
Do you get child support today?
So here's the thing. I do. At first, he's always just giving me $7,000
a month.
A month for 4 kids, even as babies. I couldn't find a rental for less than like $5,000 back in the day. Imagine bills, imagine this. Oh, I was paying for our daughter's private school. I was paying for our son's private school just for them to stay in it. Our 2 other kids had to go into something else, into a community school, which was fine. They flourished. I made it where it was worth their while. You gonna love this. Watch. We gonna have a blast. Don't even worry about it. But the oldest, I couldn't take out of school. She had been there for so long. It was all she knew. So personality.
Hold on, y'all. Who you talking about? Let me know who you talking about in the comments before I respond. Let's continue on, y'all.
Wise, I had to figure it out. I did everything but prostitution to keep them kids where they are today. Everything but. And I was on my way. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, well, if I'm gonna sleep with somebody, you gonna have to pay me. This is where we at. This is where it's at. But I didn't date for a long time.
Because of that.
Because I had to dive in. I had to figure it out. I had to dive in. I remember that I was like, you know what? I remember my friend telling me that they made a certain amount at Nordstrom's and Neiman's selling shoes. I was like, I could do that. And I'm a Mexican and a Nigerian. I could work. Let's go. Where we at? I've worked all my life. Bring it on. So I found the things that worked. But then it's like, here I am having motherhood. And then I got this over here he was suing me and taking me to court. And let me clear up the court.
Please.
Because he's always saying how, she takes me to court. She lost. That is not how that works, right? That's not how our situation worked. Here's how that would work. We would go so long in the court. This man would take out tapes and be like, look, you were sleeping with, sit down, clown. We would have to carry it the next day or whatever day it was that they gave us. So we were in court a lot solely because our time ran out in the courtroom of the day that we had scheduled. So it wasn't like we were just going. No, we were, but it was only because you talk so much. Like, be quiet. And state facts. Just state facts. And then on top of that, here's my thing with child support. I've never been a girl who buys bags. I get my clothes for free.
You do?
I get a lot of my clothes
because
for free.
the impression is this. Let's talk.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, go.
You're obviously a 10 out of a 10.
Oh,
your outfits are a 20 out of a 10.
Thank you,
so people assume like, okay, she got the money and all that.
No.
So how are you able to afford like your look and everything else?
So a lot of people gift me things because they want me to wear their clothes.
Hold on. Scotty, CJ the cat shouldn't have been blocked. I didn't block that person. Let's be clear. I didn't block anyone. I've been paying attention to what I'm doing. Number two, I did ask what they were referring to. And number three, we gotta be certain that we gotta know, because trolls come up in here quite a bit. So if someone coming up here saying your show is ugly and ain't even, making it clear that they was who or what they were talking about, you know what I mean? That's what it is. But they probably deleted the comment versus don't block them, Feisty. But the thing is, they probably just deleted the comment because it could cause discourse by them not deleting it. However, no one's deleted. You know what I mean? No one's blocked. Let me just say that. No one's blocked. I asked what it was. But let's continue.
Even with bags, those were gifted. So I don't care about clothes. I don't care about things. That's not my thing, right? But like, I wear a trash bag. You ain't gotta know where this shit's from. I've shopped at the Goodwill.
Yeah.
No, let me tell you something. I wear old shit, new shit. I don't care. I'll make that shit. What you wear is not about what's on. It's how you present it, right? You don't even know what's going on with this hair. The shit look good though. Am I lying, right? But I ain't turning the quarter that way or a quarter this way. Here. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing?
Make it work.
Right. But that's my point. So it's not about, your clothes, you're this. No, bro. I just make shit work. And I do it for the sake of the kids. Always go back to my kids. I was going to sell all that shit. My jewelry, Rolexes, everything. I was saving all that shit for the kids that was gifted to me. I'm not going out buying that shit. I don't shop trendy anyway. I don't believe in that. I never have. I'm not showing up with the trendy bag of Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all that. Give me something that's worth, if I could sell it, I can get my money back.
You're not a label girl.
Yeah, I'm just not.
You've never been a label girl.
I've never been. I'm not Gucci down to the socks.
You've never
that shit gives
been
me a headache. Yeah, I would never, right? So that is why when people see me in let me tell you today, baby. Let me tell you. Today, my boyfriend pays for our daughter to go to private school. My boyfriend paid for my daughter to get a car. He bought her a brand new car, a Tesla. It's nice as he furnished her entire apartment. He pays for training today. And that is why for a long time I got off Instagram, because I was like, you know what's so crazy is that I took this really pretty picture and I made it look good. I took the makeup off and the hair that I had in my head and them clothes off because I couldn't wait to be normal. I couldn't wait. I just do it for what it is, right? So I realized that I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm exhausted. And try and look pretty for who? I'm looking good for this house. And these kids be like, take that off. And my son be like, bro, what are you doing? Why take them old ugly lashes off? Them ain't even yours. My kids call me out so fast. So I say that to say this. I do it for a moment. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be cute, right? But I really like not combing my hair for 2 days. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Although I do shower, but I really like not getting.
Can I ask you, because when did things get?
She said her boyfriend did all that. She didn't say her fiance did all that. She didn't say her husband did that. She said her boyfriend did all that. Her boyfriend did all that. So I'm just like, okay, let me see. And if y'all don't stop arguing in this damn chat, I'm going to block all y'all. How about that? We having a good show in here. We got almost 400 folks up in the chat. Y'all don't need to be up in here showing out. Oh, and by the way, if you're brand new to the platform, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. By the way, we have a great time over here. Scotty Gang kind of gets out of line sometimes, but for the most part, we have a good time. Okay, now where was we at? Let me see. What Prophet say? Prophet said, yo, boyfriend, that is husband activity. That is very true. Child, some of us remember Laura and Gilbert's antics. Okay. Yes, we do, child. Let's continue.
Bad with your ex, because the thing is this. Obviously, you guys fell in love, and I'm sure things were great. But like, when did things get bad to the point where it's been like this for a decade? Like, do you remember them? Like, did something happen to where it's like that is the reason why things are horrible even today?
So my story, I'm sure obviously will never match his, right? Because he has his own feelings and I honor those. I don't, whatever you feel like we lived, okay, because I can't give you what I have, right? And what I remember and what I know. I was miserable. I had everything, Carlos. I had my closet was phenomenal. I had beautiful bags. I had jewelry. I had a house on my finger. I had everything. I had cars. I can go get whatever. And I had nothing. I was so depressed. I was such a happy, sad person. And it just wasn't okay. Because I couldn't continue to live this life, like this life or the lie. I was in a rat race of trying to be in the social life. Like I was trying to be a mom and I quit. I was like, none of this shit matters. The only thing that matters are my babies. That's it. And even then I still felt like I was failing. So it took me to a place of, I call it quiet time. I can't be in quiet time anymore. So I would talk myself out of quiet time. Quiet time for me is a depression state. And it took away from me, because I cook for my kids every day, but it took away from me cooking. It took away from me being out with them. We're outdoorsy. My kids never even had a TV until maybe this year. Never. They didn't have TVs in their room. We had 2 TVs in all our houses, in all our homes. And when I say all our homes, because I was moving every year, because I had to I was in a rental every year and I couldn't get nothing. My credit was so up. My life was in shambles. I was renting from friends who had properties that they could just loan me, like rent out to me with my babies. I remember there were times when I had to figure out if I had to get, I was like, bro, okay, if I got $100, I'm going to do 50 on food for what we're going to eat for like 2 days. And I'm going to do 50 on gas. This is real life shit. I remember going to court on an emergency hearing and the judge, this little white lady, and she said to him, "You're a bad man." And I thought to myself, I'm never going to win. My kids are never going to win. And I'm not going to allow the state and people who are up there judging me, because they're just sitting there judging, looking at us like these two, they're thinking that, oh, she's just getting money somehow. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to feed my kids. This is my real life. So while you up there, you get to go home to your pretty little home. I'm trying to figure out where we're gonna sleep tonight. That was real shit for me. And so those are the things that bother me when he still comes for me to date. Leave me alone. And that's why I thought, okay, if I don't say anything, if I just stay quiet, because I don't say anything,
You don't.
he'll go away. He ain't going away.
This is the part where I really felt bad for Laura because I never knew that she was going through all this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we look at these reality shows and we see these girls on these shows and we're thinking that they get money. And then when they get off the shows, you know, there are some people that were working while they were on the show. Because, you know, the whole purpose of being on reality TV is not only to get a check, but to broaden your brain and to do other things. You know, that's what the platform is for. And you know, I hate it when girls like Malaysia and people like that get on these shows and don't do what they supposed to do with the platform, and then they find themselves, you know, going through a whole lot of, you know, financial strife and stuff like that. And I just, you know, I could never, and this is just speaking for me, the way that I am as a man, I have never wanted to be dependent on a man to do anything for me. Never wanted to be dependent on no man to do anything for me. I've always been raised to be very much so independent. And there was a time in the past where I dated a man that wanted me to quit my job. He wanted to take care of me. He wanted me to move. He wanted to move me in with him, take care of me, buy whatever it is that I want, buy everything I wanted from my YouTube channel, you know, just shower me. And that seems like the ideal life for most people. But I ain't want that. The nigga had money. Don't get me wrong. He had money. He could buy me whatever he wanted, whatever I wanted him to buy me, he could. But I didn't want that type of life. I didn't want to sit at home and be dependent on this man and what money he bringing home and what he gonna put on my card. Like I ain't want that. I ain't want that. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't. I'd rather work. I was like, I'd rather continue to work at Kroger, get my check. I'd rather continue to do that. I don't want you taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want you taking care of me at all. I don't need you to take care of me. Like that's with any man that I ever dated. I don't want you to take care of me. I don't need for you to do it. Like the only time I need you to do anything for me is if I really, really need it. Cause I do that for the for who I'm dealing with. Y'all know I date Bando. And the thing with him is that I never asked him for nothing. Even when I was going through my lowest, he never knew because I never asked him for nothing. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be dependent on nobody for nothing. So looking at these men, looking at these women that be dating these athletes and they just sit at home, pop out babies and stuff, and just be showered with all this money and shit like that. If you're gonna get all this money, you need to do something with that money. Invest in something, invest in a business, invest in whatever, because a man can wake up tomorrow and decide that he don't want your ass no more. And when he decide that he don't want your ass no more, that means he don't want you. He don't want you to have what he earns. He don't want nothing. And that would throw your ass to the wolves and not have nothing to do with you no more. And you will be left with nothing. So anytime any man ever came to me and said some shit like, oh, I want to take care. No, no. And this man was not a bad, he was not a bad man at all. He was probably one of the best that I ever dealt with in my life. But it was just so it was just like he had money, like he was invested in me, like he wanted my YouTube channel to do much better than what it was doing. This was 2017. This was I was still stuck in the bathroom doing videos. This is when I still had the fucked up teeth in my mouth. This before I, you know, hell, he could have paid for my damn teeth, but I didn't. But he didn't. I didn't want him to. I used my Kroger insurance and paid for my own shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. And he wasn't the only dude I dated that had money. It was other guys that had money that I dated. You feel what I'm saying? They had money, they bought me shit, but I didn't give a fuck about that. I got my own money. And I got 2 forms of income. I got YouTube and I got Kroger. They both pay me very well. So I don't need okay. But let me continue on, y'all. I just had to say something.
God damn. Aren't you tired? When do you run out of things to say? I'm like, damn, how many times are you gonna talk about the same shit? And then just recently you make fun of having to pay me from the $7,000 the day our daughter turned 18. Let's talk about real life shit. Let's talk about the fact that not only did you do that, you bumped it to 6,000 and immediate was doing shit immediately. And then makes fun, buys them all these lavish things, right? But things that aren't needed for them. They don't need chains. My son had a chain with diamonds in them. What we doing? How about you pay for his school? How about that? How about you not buy them a go-kart? How about you buy them shoes? It's not fair. Play fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's really about the children. He keeps talking about NIL and, oh, all she wants is NIL deals for our son. No, baby. I did one NIL, a multi-million-dollar deal NIL. You're giving him infomercials with free water for free because it only benefits you. That don't benefit my son. I'm trying to make sure he's good for the rest of his life, right? I gave birth to him. I gave him the nuts he has, right? I gave him the face he has. We gave him the DNA. Like I always tell him, I can't give you the heart. You got to do everything else on your own. But I'm gonna show you the way. I'm gonna teach you, right? I educate them on finances. I've learned so much in the last few years about finance. I teach them about real life. We have real life conversations because I want a good family. I want a good structure. I want a good home. And I want them to be able to come home without malice, feeling some type of way. Do you know what my kids have to do? They damn near live 2 different lives, but they barely see him. And when they do, I get the whole daddy, that's my dad. Like, so I never take it away. Play fair. Play fair. I have not done that much to you that you just keep going. And since you want to keep talking about him too, you want to keep talking about the Shaquille shit, you turn around, you tell all these people that he meets people in other countries telling them that I slept with their husbands. Let's clean up the Tamar rumor. Let's go there. That I slept with Vince. What we doing? You meet up with her.
How that all came about?
That's how that all happened. First of all, I don't even know him like that. I was at the montage. I guess apparently he was at the montage. I showed him. Okay. So if we're going to talk about some shit, let's really talk about some shit. Right? So since you want to talk to Shaunie about Shaquille and all this and that, it's kind of interesting because as soon as that stuff happened, I remember you coming home, racing home to have sex with me and tell me how much you love me, and you didn't even believe that because you knew the truth. But since you want to be so childish like the rest and jump on bandwagons. But do you know how many bandwagons I could jump on? You know how many people I could talk to and tell a real story about real life, who you were and the things you did to me? But I just don't. Because guess what? I want to get over this. This is not it. Like, bruh, I do not want to talk about you. And I don't.
No, you really don't. Even on the show, you never really did. And since we're clearing things up,
I never knew anything about her sleeping with Vince. Like, I never heard of that. Now, out of all the stuff that I have heard about this young whippersnapper, I never heard about her going with Vince. Now, that was new. That was very new to me. Okay. Let me see. What's somebody say? So just write a book. Bam, Tina. Write a book. Because, baby, I will read it. You spilling all this tea in this interview, you need to write a book. Okay?
there's this rumor that Drea slept with your ex, with Gilbert. And Gilbert said on his podcast, I believe he was with Nick Young.
He told me that story.
Did you see that story where he pretty much talked about what Drea was doing in the backseat and all that stuff? What do you have to say to that about you, Drea, and the Gilbert thing?
So here's what I would say about that. Let me clean that up, because people were like, oh my God, Laura's just a bully, even 10 years ago. Like, oh, she's a bully. She's bullying her. So Gilbert told me that story about Drea. He had a lot to say. And I remember in the context, I think we had broken up, and he was like, well, this is what I did, right? Like, I messed with this girl from Philly, and it was this, and that. She only in the car and blah, blah, blah. What am I supposed to say to that? Besides, I'm young. I'm like, we're young, you know. I'm like, okay, what do you want? We weren't together. What do you want me to say? I'm not gonna tell you what I was doing, but okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. And so at the time, they brought her on Basketball Wives. Drea was brought on Basketball Wives as a friend, if I'm not mistaken, to my sister. I remember that was it. And guess what? I liked her, because I was like, oh shit, I like this chick. Like, she's hella cool. She's funny. I had no idea that she was there being Gilbert's jump off. I had no idea. So then when I found out, it was when I was going through some papers at the house, and I saw that he had given her $25,000 and brought her to LA. Let me tell you what I did.
So Gilbert said to Laura that he was messing with a chick from Philly, Draya. He said that he said that she sucked him off on the back seat, Draya, and that was it. Next thing you know, they bring the girl on Basketball Wives LA as her sister's friend, not knowing that she's fucking her man. And not only that, Laura likes her. But when did she like Drea though? Because as far as I can remember, y'all ain't never liked Drea. When did you like her? When did you like her? Because the only people that really took to Drea, the only person, was Malaysia. When did you like Drea? This is the part where I got confused. That now the tea was piping hot, but when did you like Drea? For the most part, you and your sister didn't like her. What do you mean? Y'all said that she was a hoe, she was a jump off, she was, she had a son up in a dog shit infested house. Like, y'all drugged that girl. So I'm trying to understand, when did you like her? So, girl, okay. First of all, hey Kimmy, I ain't seen you in a while. It's been a long time coming. Ain't seen you around. Time keeps on passing, but you still my bitch. Huh. Don't tell us nothing. Yeah, it's still nothing but a thing to pick up where we left off. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, Kimmy said they were both playing the 304 game, but you want to try to humble Drea by telling her 304 facts. And it happened before she knew you. No code amongst 304s. Drea is winning and you're mad. That's what Kimmy said. I ain't say that. That's what Kimmy said. But we're going to continue on with what Laura said. And then we're going to get into this clip that I got off Twitter that Malaysia also spoke on this. So let's get into it.
Miss Laura Govan, the bad girl. At the time, rightfully so. You tell me if you think I love you, but let me tell you.
I was going to say, you don't care anyway.
I don't care. I remember finding the paper. I remember calling my friend and telling her to pick up the kids for me because she was on the emergency. I remember that. And I remember going to where she was filming here in Hollywood down the street. I remember showing up, and I was not supposed to be filming. And I walked past everybody and I beat her. And it did not air. They did not want that to air.
You beat up Drea?
I beat Drea. I think I picked her by her collarbone and threw her. And then I spit on her. And I was trying to get to her even after that. Am I proud of those things? Absolutely not. But what you're not going to do is be my friend. Don't be in my face. And from what I heard, you was at the time. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? You help me help you. Where are we supposed to go with this? Because everything at the time, I told you, anybody could get it. I never have a problem till we have a problem. We got a problem. And you're in my face though. And I was her friend. I'm like, back, she used to do my quotes on my Instagram and tweets. She used to be like, no, take that off. Do this. I liked her. So you do me like this?
So wait.
I'm going to do you like that.
But y'all was never friends and you ain't never liked her. So I'm trying to, child. Scotty, remember how Drea got introduced to the show, Gloria's friend? It wasn't yoga. They met in acting class. So yeah. So you were kind of there, but you get my drift. They met at acting class, they gotta set it up, child. And the whole time Drea knew she was smashing Gloria's sister's name. That child, I'm telling you, let's continue.
So you're saying while Drea and you were on the show together and y'all were developing this friendship and she's in your face, y'all cool as shit, all the while she is sleeping with your man.
Facts.
Knowing that that's your man.
Facts. Mm-hmm. And so what am I supposed to do with this? Besides beat you up? At the time, I didn't know how to use my words. I just knew how to use hands. You gonna get them. And I gave them. And it was not good. And I remember the producers, they all dropped their shit and was just like, yo, Laura, it took like 4 people to get me off of her. Grown-ass men. And I just showed up. I think I had on chanclas. I think I wasn't even there for the party. I came. I don't even know what my hair. I don't know. I don't even remember. I know it wasn't right.
Yeah.
I didn't even have on makeup. I remember I parked in the front, double parked.
It just hopped out.
And I didn't even ask where she was. I just went around looking for her. Because I didn't want nobody to say nothing to me. Nobody's going to stop this from what's happening. Nobody. Not even you, sir. No.
So what happened after that in terms of you and her?
They kept her away from me.
Was there ever a woman-to-woman talk where she apologized to you, admitted to it?
I saw her at Jamie Foxx's house at an event that I threw at his house. And shout out to Jamie Foxx. Jamie really, really helped me. There were 2 people. We're going to get back to the story, but there were 2 people who really, really helped me. 3 people, 4 people. Tori Hart.
I love her. She's a sweetheart.
Tori Hart. Lorna Kyle, Cedric the Entertainer's wife. She's one of I'm talking about my best friends to date. Marie from my spin class. She's my teacher. Voltage. She used to have prayer sessions with me. And Jamie. Now, I've known Eric, I'm calling by his government name, for a long time. I met him in Oakland. He was doing a Paramount show. He's always been in our family somehow, always close. And I remember him helping me without saying anything. And he just knew. He was like, yo, if you ever need anything, you can always throw events at my house. And at the time, I didn't understand, but one day it clicked. And I would throw events at his house. I did, the only thing we would do was like studios. So we would do movie screenings at his home. And he would let me use it. And he'd give me the check. So because I was hurting. Like with these kids, I was hurting. My daughter's school at the time was like crazy. Like it was a lot. But back to the Draya thing, she showed up at the event and I remember her walking. She saw me walking. We were walking on the same side, and I remember her going like this all the way around. And her little friends. I saw them all just like, and they were like, "Oh shit, Carlos." Anytime I saw her, she was gonna get it. Anytime, grocery store, church, she was getting it. My feelings were so hurt because you were my friend. So when it looked like on the reunion we were bullying her, there was a lot that was said that wasn't aired. And I was like, why are y'all doing this? Why aren't y'all telling the truth? Basketball Wives also has their own story that they want to tell. So that's why I'm really also careful how I use my words, right? Like, TV, like that's another reason why even with Shaunie, when I tell my story and when I tell your story, is it going to be aired? I gotta go do the work and tell the truth. Like, what we doing? Play fair. You want to talk about my shit? Let's talk about your shit. What am I supposed to do?
So till this day, what do you think about her?
So let me tell you something I really actually like about Drea. I love her hustle. And you know what? I like that she turned around her hoism to make it work for her. She's still a hoe, but I like it. I respect it. Respectfully, I love it. Not to say that girls should go out and be a hoe. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for her and her situation and how she still keeps it going, what I'm going to do? I'm not going to stop you from doing you, but I respect it. Shit. Had I knew the shit she done, even with her having a baby with a baby, right? Listen, it takes two. Although regardless of what he knows and what he's doing, although she knows what she got and what she's doing, none of my business. That's a conversation you have with him, not with the world. Right? None of my business. So again, do I respect that? No, I'm a mom. So if I see my son, a 40-year-old, and having a baby with her and then having to take care of her, that's not going to sit well with me. But here's my other thing, and I've discussed this with my children. You have plan B at the store, and I have plan C at home.
What's plan C at home?
Don't worry. None of your business, Carlos.
It just hit me because earlier you said, thank God for my son's girlfriend. I like her.
And I do like her.
No. I'm saying to you, I now get it because unfortunately, you could have somebody in their 40s try to date your son.
I've had somebody in their 30s try to date my 17-year-old son.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not even kidding you. I've seen grown men and grown women do some weirdo shit. Some weird shit, bro. But let me say this, though. Here's the thing. In her defense, as you get older and we're older, right? Even if you're 20-year-old, that shit kind of, I would assume it'll make you feel good. I don't plan on it. And so I just feel like it gives you an ego. Like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? I still got it.
I still got it.
And she do. I remember when she got her body done. I got my body done. I remember. I tell people all the time, I talk about it. I've done nothing to my face, and I say yet because I know at some point, I hear you.
Don't touch.
No,
listen. No. I'm your friend. Look, no.
It's just
To be honest, I think that's about it. Because I think how many more minutes was left on this interview? It was probably like a good 5 more minutes left. But that was her talking about Drea. Now, let me get into some other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with this interview, but got something to do with this particular fight. Now, let me share the screen. Now, I'm on Twitter, right? Yes, I'm on Twitter. And someone made, well, not really made, but they made a tweet, right? And this is what the tweet actually stated. The tweet said, Laura Govan says she beat the out of Drea because she found out Her man at the time, Gilbert Arenas, sent Drea $25,000 and moved her to LA, and they were fucking all while Drea was sitting in Laura's face pretending to be her friend. She said it was so bad that it never aired on Basketball Wives. Okay? Okay? Now that's the original tweet. Now let's go back a little bit and go into what Malaysia said on her interview with Carlos King. But let me put this thing over it because I don't need no issue with Carlos King. Let me put this up here and play it. Let's go.
When Draya became like the fan favorite, that some of the girls were jealous of that.
I don't think that they were jealous. I just think that they were more like they knew I'm still finding out things. So while I was filming, there was a lot of things that I didn't know about Draya, which I wouldn't care anyway, because I'm the type of person, how you treat me is what I go off on. I don't really care what you did in your past life and what you're doing. As long as you're a good person to me and mine, we're all good. But from what I'm hearing, that there's other things that I cannot speak to that was going on, and that's why they didn't like her. I was like, I just found out some shit like a week ago that I was like, that makes sense. So I feel like that's the reason, and they can't say why they didn't like her. So it wasn't that she was fan favorite. It was like some personal shit.
Allegedly sleeping with some of the men of the cast members. Allegedly.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
And allegedly.
You know what?
No, it's all alleged. It's all alleged.
It's alleged. Yeah. But alleged is like fake. Alleged means it's done. So miss me with the alleged shit. But yeah, it was stuff that was done personally to that person, and she was fighting it but couldn't explain it because of legal reasons. So I'm not going to say that person was jealous. She was not. She had all right to be angry.
Now that was Malaysia. That was Malaysia a couple of months ago when she did her interview with Carlos King, and she pretty much said that it had nothing to do with jealousy. It was more of a personal situation, and a lot of these folks on this show had a reason to be mad with Drea about some of the things that was going on. That's what Malaysia said. Scotty by Nature didn't say it. I'm just telling y'all, Malaysia Pago said that. Now, I just found an article that dates back to I think it came out December 20th, 2012, and it states that Laura Govan claims that she beat up Drea Michelle. Now, the season may be over, but Twitter keeps the Basketball Wives LA drama alive. Laura Govan fired shots at quite a few of her Basketball Wives LA co-stars this week and hinted that VH1 cut footage of her beating up on Drea Michelle. Laura tuned in with viewers for part 2 of the season 2 reunion and aimed her Twitter target at nemesis Bambi, who suggested that Gloria Govan Barnes' web series was nothing to boast about. Of course, Laura came to her sister's defense. How you gonna hate on a web series when you're doing a mixtape though, she wrote. I wonder what label Bambi is signed to. Never Coming Out Records, No Telling Music Group, girl, bye. Ouch. But it didn't stop there. When Drea chimed in on Laura's conversation with Jackie Christie's daughter, Laura reminded Twitter followers about past allegations that Drea once left her son alone in their apartment, unsupervised and hungry. Drea should be the last one to speak on anyone's kids. Didn't you abandon your son? Hashtag BBWLA, she tweeted. However, what really shocked fans was Laura's claims that there was a physical altercation between her and Drea that VH1 did not air. You didn't say that when I whooped that ass, though. Hashtag release that footage. Hashtag BBWLA, she wrote. Laura's claims haven't been confirmed, but considering that a tussle between Brooke Bailey and Jackie was cut from an episode, viewers aren't just dismissing the tweet as a rumor. It's not clear at what point did Drea and Laura fight, but Drea seemed more focused on Jackie and Brooke during season 2. Laura's main beef was with Bambi. However, Drea and Bambi appeared to have quite a connection, and no one really approved of Laura's vendetta against Jackie. No matter what the cause of the tension may be, Laura said that she had the last word when she supposedly knocked Drea out. She was asleep. Hashtag release that footage, she wrote. Laura, who insisted that her Twitter tough talk was primarily for entertainment purposes, and ended her rant with a simple sign off by saying, "Okay, I'm done. Thanks for the laughs." Okay. Now, that was basically from 2012, y'all. That was from 2012. And I can honestly say that I remembered that night of that reunion when Laura said that. I've always known that there was some form of a physical altercation between Laura and Drea, but they never discussed it. They never talked about it. So I don't think that Laura is lying about beating up Drea. Now, what I will say is that people got to stop bringing up this whole Drea fight with Sunday, and how she's supposedly black in her eye, when it's been revealed at this point that it was Malaysia that did it. Because Drea ain't nobody's fighter. And when her and Laura was doing that damn boxing thing that they were doing, Drea wasn't winning. So I'm just telling y'all. But that's what Laura said, and she said that back in 2012. That was the last season that her and her damn sister, who said that I'm the reason there's a spinoff. You know what I mean? That's the season where she said that at the reunion, so I don't know. But I do believe that Laura possibly put them paws on Drea because she found out about that $25,000 that her man was giving her. That's all I'm saying. But y'all, I just gotta say that this was a good ass interview, honey. This was a good ass interview. A good ass interview. And that's all that really matters. It was a good ass interview. Like, sometimes Carlos can get some good guests. Now, I refuse to talk about that damn Tawanda interview because I don't give a fuck. Sometimes Carlos just get randoms to interview. Girl, where's my K Michelle interview? That's who you need to be interviewing. I want to hear all the love and hip hop secrets. I want to know why she don't talk to nobody that's on the show. I want to know why she don't talk to Mimi. I want to know why she don't talk to, she don't talk to none of them girls on that show. She don't talk to Erica Dixon. She don't talk to none of them girls on the show. The only person that she's kind of cool with is Carly, but I don't think she's really cool with her anymore after that damn running back shit. So I don't know. I want to know what her, I want to hear her talk about her issues with those girls on Love and Hip Hop, but she probably won't because she's in a new place in life. She probably don't even want to talk about Love and Hip Hop no more. But it's so many people that Carlos need to be interviewing that I need to hear from, and he be interviewing all these people that I don't care about. But I'm glad that he interviewed Laura. But my vitals are telling me that I feel like Carlos is going to interview Gloria next. And if he do, I will be here to hear it. I will be here to cover it. Trust me, I'll be here to cover it. Let me see. Kay left all them bitches in her rearview mirror. She definitely did. Yeah, her and Jessica Dime are cool. I can say that. Malaysia whooped Laura. Yes, she did. Scotty, you should interview Kay. I want to, and I've tried. I need to find her. I need to get in touch with her people because I really need to. Me and Jamar been trying to interview Kay for the longest. So I've been trying. Don't get me wrong. I have been trying, honey. He needs to interview Tammy too. He already did. It just wasn't in person. Let me see. But y'all, I think that that's it, y'all, because I gotta go live again at 10:35. Because let me tell y'all what this live gonna be about, okay? Now we gotta get into some things. So the next live that I'm doing at 10:35 is going to be about the Ray J and Diddy, Ray J versus Diddy's sons. That's one thing we talking about. We talking about Kalina and this damn weird ass interview that she did. And we're talking about Ari Lennox, and we are talking about Megan suing Milagro Grams. We talking about all 4 of those topics tonight for a late night live. It's gonna be at 10:35. So make sure you guys tune in for that. The link is already available. Once this goes off, y'all should go to my homepage, click on that live, set your reminders for it, because we're gonna have us a good time tonight. Okay. Now I'm about to be out of here. Okay. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We almost had 400 folks up in here, so I appreciate it. I appreciate the new people that have subscribed so far. You know, tonight was a good night. Tonight was a good night. I appreciate you guys, and we'll be back at 10:35. And guess what? I was on time for this live. So I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna go eat some real quick. And then I'm gonna get myself prepared for this live at 10:35, and I will see you guys then. So peace out, everybody. I'll talk to you later. And be sure to follow me on all forms of social media. It should be at the bottom of the video and all those things. If you want to donate, which I never ask and I don't care to, you know, my PayPal is on my page. My Cash App is up there. All that shit. If you ever want to, I don't care if you do or not, because I don't ask y'all for shit. I don't do that. Asking my subscribers for nothing. I never do that. But you know, people be asking me for my Cash App and PayPal all the time. So tonight I just felt like throwing it out there that it's up there. But it's up there. I don't give a fuck. But I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. I'll see y'all at 10:35, y'all. Bye.